What are some of the must-have car accessories and gadgets of 2022 that every single car owner should have? That's what we're going to find out. Welcome to Car Help Corner, where we help you, the consumer, master the process of car buying and car ownership. For this video, I'm going to go through 10 of the must-have car accessories and gadgets of 2022 that I think every single car owner should have. And where possible, I'm going to make specific product recommendations with a link in the description box below with a discount code to help you save as much money as possible. Now, this is not a sponsored video. I'm not getting paid by any of the companies in this video. I'm simply making some recommendations on products that I think offer a lot of value to consumers. So with that out of the way, let's get started with my number one product recommendation, which is an OBD Scanner Tool. Now, there are a few of these OBD scan tools on the market, and all of them have the same basic function, which is to read the check engine light on your car and tell you what it means. Now, the main value of these scanners is that they tell you what the check engine light means on your car without having to take your car to a mechanic. Both of these scanners work the exact same way by plugging the device into the diagnostic port in the driver footwell of the car and running the app on your phone to scan the check engine light and tell you what's wrong with your car. This will help prepare you with the information that you need before you take your car to a mechanic, or perhaps for fixing the issue yourself if you're handy enough. It's also a great tool to use to check any used car that you're thinking of buying, so that you can see if there's any issues with it before you commit to buying it. Now, my recommendation is to treat this like an entry-level form of vehicle information and not hold it on the same level as a professional piece of equipment that would be used by a car dealership. They're not the same thing, and these devices are not made for advanced diagnostic encoding, but just as a basic tool to get some simple information on what's wrong with your car, they do the job perfectly fine. My preference between the two was the fixed scanner, which I found to be more user-friendly and offer more everyday useful features. Now, normally the fixed scanner goes for around $60 plus shipping, but with the link in the description below, you can get it for only $20 with free shipping. Not a bad deal for something that could save you a lot of hassle and headache. So with that one out of the way, let's move on to the next must-have car accessory, which are floor liners. Floor liners are an absolute must-have feature for anyone who lives where there's harsh weather that can make a total mess of the interior of your car, especially for those who live in harsh winter conditions where salt is regularly used on the road. Now, there are many different floor liners on the market, and many of them are actually very good. One great option to go with that I've been testing recently are the 3D custom fit mats, which are precision laser cut mats that are designed to fit your car perfectly. The ones that I've been testing here are the Kegu all-weather floor liners, which have an anti-skid surface, are guaranteed not to move, and they are made of very lightweight yet durable material that's fully waterproof. Now, to be fair, you do get most of the same benefits with the manufacturer floor liners that are sold at dealerships. And there's nothing wrong with going with that option, but the 3D mats are pretty aggressively priced. So if you're looking to get a better deal, hey, why not save yourself a little bit of money? And to get an even better deal, make sure you click the link in the description box below and use my $10 discount code to save even more. Moving on to the next must-have car accessory, which is a really good quality dash cam. A dash cam is one of those products that you really don't appreciate until you're in that emergency situation when you really wish that you had one. Essentially, how they work is by installing a small camera on the windshield and the back of your car to record the road ahead and behind you. This footage can serve as valuable evidence in the event of an accident or to disprove accident fraud. Considering that you can get a really good dash cam for only a few $100s, I really think this provides amazing peace of mind. There are plenty of great ones on the market, but the one that I've been testing extensively is the Viofo T130. What's great about the T130 is that it has all the must-have features that you'd want in a dash cam, including 1080p HD recording with front, rear, and interior cameras, IR for night recording, and a rotatable interior lens, which is very useful for Uber and Lyft drivers or for recording police encounters. You also get some of the must-have dashcam accessories like loop recording, Wi-Fi for connecting your phone, and you can even add a polarizing filter and a hardware kit to make installation much easier. Now, it's not the least expensive dashcam, but it is one of the most comprehensive ones in terms of the features that it includes, and it can be a great value when you compare it to some of the pretty expensive dashcams that are often sold at car dealers. I've seen car manufacturers charge insane prices for dashcams that don't even include half the features that you get with the Viofo T130. Now again, there are cheaper and very good dash cams that you can buy, but if you want one that has all the bells and whistles, this is a really good one to go for. So if you want to check it out, take a look at the link in the description box below. My next must-have car accessory is a fairly unique one, which is one that many of you have probably never heard of, which is a key fob protector box. Even though modern cars come with many advanced anti-theft devices, car theft remains a huge problem. And one method thieves use is by scanning and copying the signal emitted by your key fob. Luckily, there is a way of protecting your signal from being copied, and that's by using a Faraday key fob protector box. The box is designed to block out electromagnetic fields. Simply placing your key inside the closed Faraday box will prevent your car key signal from being accessible by thieves, protecting your car at all times. Now, considering how inexpensive this product is, I think this is a must-have car accessory, especially for those who own a car that's often stolen by thieves. Now, it is important to remember that this is not going to prevent all types of car theft, because sometimes thieves do have some pretty creative ways of stealing cars. For example, many thieves simply just break into your car, open the OBD2 port, and plug in a computer to reprogram it and then drive off. So in which case, the Faraday box is not going to be any help. But it's still a valuable tool that could help reduce car theft a little bit, and considering how inexpensive it is, I think it's money well spent. Another must-have car accessory that's money well spent is a high-quality phone mount. Having your phone mounted securely while driving is extremely important for safety, and you need a good quality mount that's going to hold your phone securely in place and not fall apart on you. One really good phone mount for this is the Pro Clip, which is really good at keeping your phone mounted in place without coming apart. Now, the Pro Clip is not the only really good phone mount on the market. There are many other good ones as well. So buy whichever one has positive reviews and whichever one you can get for a reasonable price. Another must-have car accessory that a lot of car owners are interested in having is a remote starter. Now, if your car doesn't come with a remote starter and you're thinking of buying one, my number one piece of advice is to be very cautious of any aftermarket options. The reason for that is that installing a remote starter requires going into the electronics of your car, which could easily be messed up with an aftermarket product. So the safest thing to do then is just to install a remote starter that's recommended and installed by the dealership that comes directly from the manufacturer. Now, the remote starter from the dealership might cost a little bit more money than the aftermarket options, but at least you know it's going to work properly all the time. And more importantly, you're not going to run into any kind of warranty issues, which could be an issue with a lot of aftermarket options. Another must-have car accessory that I'm a huge fan of are battery maintainers. Now, this one is not strictly necessary for every type of car owner, but if you do own a modern car and don't drive it very often, it might be a really good idea to buy a battery maintainer. The type of car owner that's going to benefit from a battery maintainer is anyone who leaves their car sitting for more than a week at a time on a regular basis. The reason for this is that modern cars contain a lot of complicated electronics, and all of these electronics are constantly drawing on the car's battery. The result is that it's not that uncommon for a modern car's battery to go completely dead in as little as 1 to 2 weeks if it's been sitting without being used. Driving your car on a regular basis helps keep the battery charged, so if you don't drive your car for a couple of weeks, all the electronics are going to drain the battery and you're going to be left with a dead car in your driveway. The easiest way to prevent this from happening to you is by using a battery maintainer, like the Battery Tender Plus, which is a really good product. Basically, all you have to do is plug it in, make sure that it's on, and now you can leave your car sitting for a few weeks and not have to worry about having a dead battery. Now, on a very similar theme, another must-have car accessory for any car owner is a battery charger or simple jumper cables. Even if you drive your car on a regular basis and keep your battery charged, you never know when you could be stranded with a dead battery. There are a lot of these products on the market, so it's important to do a little bit of research, make sure you're getting a really good quality product with a lot of positive reviews, and make sure you get one for a reasonable price too. Whether it's a more expensive battery charger or just simple jumper cables, it's always a great idea to have one of these in your car. It's also a great idea to have my last two must-have car accessories, which is a window breaker and a first aid kit. A window breaker is a very simple and inexpensive device that lets you break the car's window if you're ever involved in a very serious accident. And a first aid kit is pretty self-explanatory. It's one of those products that you're going to wish that you really had if you're ever involved in an emergency situation. Now, of course, there are many other car accessories and gadgets that you could consider buying for your car, but these are the ones that I think are the most essential for the majority of car owners. And considering that most of them are pretty inexpensive and offer a lot of value, I really think that they're no-brainers. If you want to take a closer look at any of the products that I mentioned in this video, make sure to take a look at the description box below with the discount code that I provide so that you can get the best deal possible. And let me know what you thought of these car accessories, or if you have any suggestions for any future car videos, just leave a comment below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. You can also take a look at some of my other car videos by checking out these links over here. Make sure to follow me on TikTok and Instagram. And if you need any additional car buying advice, recommendations, or help with getting a great deal on your next new car purchase, make sure to check out carhelpcanada.com. Thanks so much for watching, and see you next time.